Hi, we're back again, and we have a guest now that you know well, and you love her because she's a great artist and a great person. Lynn Hock, Napoli.
Hi, how are
Hi,
you,
honey.
sweetheart? How you
Good
doing?
to see you again. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you came back because you're going to bring
thank you.
some of your art this time.
Well, I only have one piece to show because I want people to see how some of my paintings start out.
Oh, great.
Because we always start out with a preliminary drawing, and that way I can learn the face before I go into any of the detail or the color. It's very important to do preliminary sketches and thumbnail sketches and draw from life as much as possible. I think that's being lost in a lot of other areas of artwork. Drawing from life is very, very important, especially in portraiture and figure. You need to learn how to put value, depth, perception, composition, a lot of the basics. And I am a part of many groups that focus on the classical and traditional way of creating art and creating portraiture. And you know, it's one of the most important steps that I feel a lot of people just kind of skip over.
Well, we can get lazy sometimes.
Yeah,
and just fool around.
So I brought. This is just a preliminary sketch. That's not. It's just to show you how I start out a painting or a portrait.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Wow.
So this is for a future painting that I'll be doing, and to be able to get where is there too much glare on here? There we go. Get how much, you know, where I want everything, and then I can have a model come in and pose for me too, also, to get the feeling of the figure. And this is a beautiful daughter-in-law of Aletha Lang with the Fresno Aquarium.
Wow.
This is her new daughter-in-law.
Wow.
And there's a couple of paintings I'll be doing of her for the next show, which is in July at Studio 74. So
I've got to get over to
ahead.
Studio 74 one of these days.
Yeah.
See some more things. Oh, I love the drawing. It's so good.
Oh, well, thank
you.
you.
How do you get the drawing? Just is everything in the exactly right place?
I use angling, which is a technique that I learned from Ann Scheid in Fresno City College when I went there for 3 semesters and took classes with her. And she taught us a lot of simple techniques to be able to come up with the correct composition and the correct proportions in the face and the body.
Wow.
Invaluable. Just invaluable.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
she was an amazing teacher.
Well, I envy you your training and your all of the teaching that you've been able to go through. I've just never really had that opportunity.
Well, I had a very wonderful support system. My husband of 30 years. This was back in 2000. I wanted to pursue art. I had been not really pursuing it. I started painting in 1986, 87, and I figured it was going to take me quite a while to learn how to draw correctly. I had a name to follow, so I couldn't put out yucky stuff. I'm the granddaughter of Betty McGinnis, who was a signature artist with Society of Western Artists.
Oh my gosh! How
And
wonderful.
and she was very accomplished. Had shown in New York and all over, and did mostly what we call still life. That was her focus. And I knew that I had to get up to snuff if I was going to show. So I decided I really wanted, she's the one who directed me into portraiture and figure. She said that's where my talent was and that I should pursue it. And so in around 2000, I thought I need to go further. I need to learn more about this. And so I went to Fresno City College and took from Ann, and have taken several portrait workshops. I've studied with, I did a workshop with Quan Nijin, who is an amazing
Wow.
portrait artist. He works mainly in pastel. I took a workshop with Virgil Elliott, who is also amazing, and just I learned so much and from him. He is a master at just about everything, and is also very active with the track. I think it's a conference they have every single year that they all pull in traditional artists from all over and commune and talk about the state of art and learn from each other, and that's a very important conference.
Fantastic.
And then I've studied. I was actually invited to come to a workshop with Nancy Guzik of the famous Putney Painters in Scottsdale, Arizona. This was back in 2015, I believe, and I was like, who says no to Nancy? So, I hopped on a plane, and I had an amazing time at the Scottsdale Artist School, and I was only there for a week, but it was an amazing journey.
Oh my gosh.
Then I came back, and then that same year I was invited to show at the New York Art Expo in New York, in Manhattan, actually.
Wow.
And I think I was maybe one of maybe 4 traditional artists surrounded with contemporary and installation work. And I was like wondering myself, how did I get in here? And I've been invited back every year and to also do some of their other shows. But I really wanted to focus on portrait work and learn more from amazing artists that are close and far, and show here in Fresno and really focus on just learning more and more, just becoming an accomplished artist.
Well, you're so young, and to have all this experience already, and you're just starting out. You're just blossoming.
Oh, thank you.
You really are. I think it's so exciting that you did take the time to go and study, to go everywhere that you get a chance to study. I think that is fantastic.
Well, you really need to in any art form, because I was a classical ballet dancer for 20 years. And
I know that. I love that.
And I studied, we learned the concetti movement. That's what Claire Porter was focused on in her ballet school. And then when I was no longer training with her and went to Heishi Kim at Fresno State, she was more of the tradition of the Royal Ballet School and the style that they taught. So there are many different styles and techniques, and just as in fine art, as in ballet, it's best to just really explore all of them and see what you can pull into your own work.
And there's nothing like being able to co-create with God, to just put your heart in there and make somebody come on paper come to life.
Well, I generally listen to the music and let God paint sometimes.
Well, that's the way to go.
It's my studio is my where I pray. My studio is where I create, and I'm at one, and the peace that I feel when I walk into my studio is just amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just
I
wonderful.
finally have a studio for the first time in my life, so I'm just thrilled with it.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to have your own space.
Oh,
yeah,
it really is.
Or a woman cave, as they call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, but there's something coming up shortly, isn't there, that people can see?
Yeah, I am going to be showing at the Wawona Library. We just hung the show. It'll be up there for 3 months. It's right past the Wawona Hotel. And it's the Wawona Bassett Memorial Library. And it's just so beautiful up there. I mean, the drive is just incredible. And the creeks are full. It's just gorgeous. And my artwork will be up there for 3 months. And then my next showing in Fresno will be at the Studio 74 at 1274 Van Ness, and I will be showing there. I will be the featured artist for the month of July and August. So I'm very excited, and I'm going to have several new paintings for that show. I'm in the process of creating several new paintings for that show.
Oh,
So.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
Is anybody I know that you're going to paint, or just a friend, or what?
I'm going to be painting Vanessa, Aliza's daughter,
Oh.
and then I have I'm doing 2 portraits of Velvet. One's actual commission, and the other one is for the show. One will be an oil, and the other will be a pastel. I have created a new painting with Jill Butner, who was a ballet dancer who modeled for me several years ago, and I came across another photograph of her and still remember her posing for me. So some of it will be from memory, and the other will be from the photograph. And,
Oh, great.
and
That's
she's
wonderful.
one of my favorite ones to draw from. And I have a new model who is going to be showing up tomorrow, and we'll see what we can create with her. So I'm very excited. Her name's Lily.
Fantastic.
She's just beautiful. So that's where we're headed.
Okay, that is so great. And give them your address one more time, because I want to be able. I
Okay.
want to go to see your studio.
It'll be
too,
at
so.
the show will be at Studio 74 at 1274 North Van Ness. Diane Mendes is the gallery owner, director. And go and see the wonderful work she has there. She has everything from contemporary. Right now she's doing a wonderful show of an impressionistic artist. I want to say Jerry McDonald. I'm praying I got the name right. Beautiful. She's just now moving to San Diego, but she was able to come and show Diane and the gallery some of her beautiful landscapes and seascapes and cottage-scapes, I guess you'd call them.
Wow.
So make sure you drop in and see her work. I'm always for promoting other artists. I think we're all in this together, and that we should all promote each other's work, so that bring more beauty to life, bring more beauty to your life, and help us create.
And I'm so glad for this opportunity to have artists like you come on and give people some insight into what it takes to be an artist.
It does. It takes, a lot of people don't understand the process and what it takes to adapt, grow, change, transform your work. And it's always growing, it's always changing. And you can learn from many wonderful artists, and you can learn from many wonderful studios. I just saw a webinar on a studio. I don't have permission to use the name. I'll just call it a studio. And I witnessed a webinar that they did live with 3 fabulous artists. And then there was a commentator and who explained the process and explained what they were doing. 2 were working in charcoal, 1 was working in clay. And I was just fascinated with the work they were producing and new techniques that I have not yet tried, and just beautiful, beautiful work. And hopefully next time, if I can, I'll get permission to say their names, so I can let you know who they are.
Wonderful.
But,
I'm
yeah.
so keep coming back, because
Sure.
I enjoy it so very much having you here,
Yeah.
because I know that people are going to really get something good out of listening to you and seeing your work.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate
honey.
that.
Love
okay,
you.
I love you too.
All
right.
I'll see you soon.
Okay.
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 We'll be right back.